All right. I just wanted to go on today whenever I have ideas and I want to just talk about certain things. And this is one I was thinking this morning about confidence. And most artists are very insecure. So this is really for you, the insecure artist. But it's also for me. It was me. I mean, it still is me. I still am a bit insecure or have doubt in my ability sometimes. Um, so I'm gonna attempt to draw at the same time while we're talking. Uh, Again, the hand. But yes, um, in becoming an artist, you always think there's someone that's always gonna be better than you. I mean, that's how it is in the world. But that doesn't mean that you should not do your art or quit, because what you need to use is your ability to get inspired by the artist better than you. So yeah, so I just wanted to talk about that a little bit, about confidence and how insecure I was when I was becoming an artist in the beginning. But I also had this delusional idea that I could be as good as the artist that I liked. The hard part is if you're not getting better and it's taking years and you don't actually have a job yet. Um, I once had a class where an older person, I think he was 40, um, was asking if it was too late to do art. And it's never too late to do art. You know the saying, if the percentage of succeeding may be slim, but if you don't try at all, then that's 100% you won't succeed. So it's always good to try to do it, but it's really enjoying the process of trying. Um, it's what's gonna make you happy. If it makes you happy, then do it. Um, yeah, I had to go through so many trials, in getting better, and frustrations with art, especially drawing the hands. But overall, I really enjoyed the journey. So yeah, so insecurity really is part of the whole journey. That's why you need to talk to other artists that's gone through things that you've gone through before. And I've, yeah, I'm that guy that you could talk to. One of these days I'm gonna do like a live chat for everyone to come and ask questions. Um, oh well, you could ask questions here now if anybody wants to ask. I know the journey of being an artist, and especially to get paid as an artist, takes a while. It's not easy, and it doesn't really get easier. It depends on how you push yourself. So I'm trying to make this really a short live and just make sure I drive the idea across that you have to keep enjoying the journey. And just because there's a lot of other people that you think is better than you out there, that doesn't mean you should quit. Because one of these days, you will be better than the other people starting. And you could talk about that insecurity you had um, being an artist. And think of other stories I could tell later. Maybe not as a live, I'll try to really figure out. Hi, Fanta. How are you doing? I'm just practicing different gestures for the hand. So I would do this line, action line. as long as you get the palm where you want it, so I could draw the palm this way or the palm this way, and then you put the fingers in after you put the palm. It's just easier this way. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that for today. The thoughts of an insecure artist. And sometimes you feel like you want to quit, but if there's no other job that you want to do, then you should just keep on going as an insecure artist. Oh shoot, it's outside the. Oh man, and then you will encounter some other artists that are just not as nice. Just because you're confident, that doesn't mean you need to be mean to other people. I've experienced that in just taking art classes. One time I was in a figure drawing class, and everyone's learning. Not everyone's good yet, but I got give it to that guy that was really confident, I guess, with his drawing. That he came up to. Oh, when we were in a break, and uh, he came up to me and another friend, and he looked at my at my what do you call it, newsprint, because we are doing figure drawing, and my friend was commenting on how he thought it was good, my back drawing. I think it was the back. And this other guy says, "Oh, the back, that's very easy to draw." I go, "Wow, I guess he's really good." So that friend of mine was like, "Oh, that's great. Let's check out your drawing." And then when we got there to his pad, we're like, "Oh my god, this guy can't draw." Or he can draw, but he shouldn't be commenting on other people. And we're like, we were just flabbergasted, I guess. Like, what would compel this guy to tell me that it's easy to draw? That's why it's good. In the beginning, I was thinking of just not getting angry, but just kind of like, oh, that's weird that this guy thinks he could say that. But at the same time, I've learned to just take it as a compliment and realize he is saying I'm good. He's just saying it's easy to draw a back, which is actually not true. It's not that easy. It gets easier as we go along. But anyway, it's 8 minutes. I'm trying to keep this down to like 10 minutes because I could go forever, and then I'll go into tangents and talk about other things. Um, but the main thing I wanted to talk about really was, you know, thinking about your confidence. And even if you're insecure or not as confident, you should still keep on going with the career path you want, and to know that it's not it's not you're not gonna be oh, what's the word? You're gonna get better as you practice this more. Everyone gets better, actually. When I taught my wife how to draw, she never drew before, and I I knew she was already gonna get better from the level she was, but she didn't believe that. So yeah, so it really feels like what stops artists really is their confidence. Even artists in work in the industry, they sometimes once you get the job, you should know you're good enough already. That's why you got hired. Now it's about keeping your job, I guess, by being confident that you could get the job done. And definitely, if you work in a company or in a team, being a team player is very important. It's not just how good you are. So there's this one story a friend was telling me, or a coworker. I think he was telling it to me to help with my confidence, because you could. I guess he could tell that I was not thinking I was good enough to get the design. So he told me the story of this one project they had where there's this guy who's like an amazing artist, but he couldn't get the design right because he is not doing what the client is asking for. And yeah, the client, you may think the client's wrong, but and of course you were hired to help the client with better designs, but you could do good designs and still have the client's best interest in mind and not be just locked onto your own design preferences. And that will really help you become a better artist in terms of a designer and a problem solver. So yeah, that guy had to get let go, even though he's way better than the other two artists there, because he would not get the design. So in closing, I guess I would say even when you don't think you're good enough, there's always a place in the art world that you could still make a living being an artist. So yes, do not stop, do not quit, keep on going, keep on creating, and all right, hopefully this helps, and we'll talk more later. Please leave comments down below if there's any questions you have about that. But yeah, building your confidence and personal development is just so important in this kind of field, because you have so many people look at your art and critiquing it. Um, so yeah, all right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna try to go the same time. Talk to you later. Bye.